Hello, welcome to another Jade Rose yoga class. This one is a really special one as we'll be focusing on pregnancy, prenatal yoga, and I am 33 weeks along in my pregnancy at the moment. So this one can be practiced in the early days if you're looking for a sort of grounding practice, or perhaps further along if you're in your second or third trimester. Most of the movements will be working on stretches that are really beneficial for pregnancy, releasing the lower back and your hips while focusing on calming, grounding breathwork and meditation practices which you can take with you through your pregnancy and throughout into the birth postpartum experience. A lot of the breath work might be beneficial to help you in the birth experience if you're looking to be having sort of a more physiological birth, or it goes that way, or even just throughout labor. But alright, so for this one you need to get yourself into a comfortable position. Find yourself a space where you won't be disturbed. I've got some cushions with me today. If you've got a bolster or a blanket at home, or some cushions from the couch or bed, you can grab all of those and use them as props to make yourself nice and comfy. Alright, once you've found all of that, just coming back to presence and coming back to this space. You might even want to just pause the video right now while you go collect everything you need. And then we'll meet together in a seated position on our mats. So you're welcome to sit up on a bolster cross-legged if your body is comfortable that way, or you might like to sit in a sort of Seiza position where you're straddling your bolster or pillow. Again, if you need to prop yourself up with all the pillows or sit higher up, that's totally fine. Just finding a seat that mostly feels comfortable for your body today. So closing the eyes as you find that seat, and we'll just start to focus on our breath together. So grounding your hands upon your thighs, or you can take one hand to your belly and the other hand to your heart, connecting to your breath and connecting to your baby. Beginning to connect with the breath, we'll take a deep inhale, expanding into the belly and drawing the breath all the way up through to your heart space, your chest, your lungs. Taking a long, emptying sigh out the mouth. We'll just continue like that. Big breath in through the nose, filling up the chest and lungs. And a long sigh out the mouth. Releasing any stress, releasing any negativity or tension. Continuing to breathe in and out, deep breaths in through the nose. And long sighs out the mouth. Allowing your breath to remain long and full. Big breath in. Long sighs out. Relaxing your face, relaxing your jaw. Big breath in. And a long sigh out. We'll take about 5 more deep breaths in this way. Inhale fully. Long emptying breath out. Continuing with your breath in and out. Allowing your shoulders to relax back and down with the breath. Allowing those muscles of your face to relax. Allowing your belly and your pelvis to soften and relax into your seat. Beginning to notice now all of the sensations you can experience here and now in your body. Where your sit bones meet the mat or the pillows below you. Scanning up the body, noticing any tension that you might carry, whether you're experiencing pain or tension in the lower or upper back or shoulders. If you're carrying tension in the face or jaw with the next few rounds of breath, just doing your best to relax into your seat. allowing the breath to be a release today, where any tension, any worries, any fears or any doubts, you can just release all of that through every breath, through every exhalation is a moment, an opportunity for you to surrender, an opportunity for you to let go. And every inhalation is an opportunity for you to draw energy and light into your body, to hold gratitude for this experience, for this journey that you're on with your baby, and to really connect in with your baby. You might like to bring a gentle smile to your lips, turning up the corners of your cheeks. Noticing any subtle sensations as you connect with both your body and your baby, maybe those gentle kicks if you're at that stage, or quite strong kicks if you're further along. And just coming back to that feeling of gratitude now, with your hand on your belly, the other on your heart, really connecting in with the feeling of gratitude, the feeling of love. You might like to direct that grateful, loving energy from your hands, the meridians of your heart, connected to your body through touch. And as your hands reside, connecting there on your heart and belly, can send that loving, grateful energy back towards your little bubba. And just having a moment to connect in the beginning of the space if you need to check in or connect with that little bubba, if there's any messages from them to you, or if you'd like to send them any messages at the beginning of the space, just allowing this quiet opportunity. Allowing that love and gratitude to flow within you and all around you through both the physical touch of your hands and the expression of your breath. Taking your last 3 deep breaths in and out. Allowing those breaths to be long, deep and full, focusing on the expansion of the breath as it draws from belly to chest. Ready, you can open your eyes. From here, we'll start to move into a cross-legged position. So again, if you need to support yourself with pillows, go for it at any point as you're practicing today. I want you to really focus on listening to your body. So grab those pillows, grab those extra supports, those blankets, and allow yourself to really be comfortable in your body today and adapt the postures as you need to. So, starting in this cross-legged shape, we're going to begin with a movement known as hip circles. So, hands on your knees, and we're just creating this sort of cauldron-like stirring the pot experience through our hips. So you'll be circling all the way forward, creating a big circular motion as you lean back into the back of the pelvis and then continue to circle forward. So circling clockwise to begin, all the way over towards the right side, circling across to the left. And we'll work through about 5 to 10 big circles in this direction. So going nice and slow so you can feel that movement and opening through the hips, creating space in the pelvis, creating space where tension might reside. And if you need to slow it down even more and sort of linger with spots of tension, also feeling free to move with that. You might just close your eyes while you're doing this one, connecting back in with the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through nose or mouth. And working through about 5 more rounds in this direction, opening up those hips and pelvis, opening up any tension or space that may have been there around the lower back. And just allowing the belly to stay soft. So continuing to take those big breaths into the lower belly and pelvis without adding any tension or tightening as you circle through, just really relaxing into your seat. And a couple more deep breaths. And then just beginning to circle the other way. So circling anti-clockwise, circling from the left all the way into the back of the pelvis and over to the right. And again, allowing these circles to be nice and slow and intuitive. A good visualization process is like you're stirring a pot. That you've got this big cauldron in your hips and you're stirring up a lovely stew. One of those stews that we love to have in winter time or in our postpartum period. I've been thinking a lot about nourishment in this last phase of pregnancy, but also that postpartum nourishment that's so important. You might be like me and my partner doing some cooking of some stews. The slow cooker becomes your best friend, or organising some friends or family to drop off some meals in that postpartum time. Post-period, don't know what I'm saying there. Oh, all right, taking about 5 more deep breaths as you stir that big cauldron in your hips. And again, if there's those little pockets of tension, you might just sort of stop and stir and focus just on those little areas. Maintaining that deep breath. And then what I like to do once you sort of finish with those big circles is just to do like a half semicircle. I've been finding I get a lot of tension right there in the lower back and the sides of my hips and pelvis. So sort of just like rolling over to the right. You can have sort of one hand leaning on the left, just creating a nice big stretch, opening up the left hip, and then rolling, semicircling over to the left as you might take one hand onto the right knee and just create that stretch through the side seams. And just working side to side. Big semicircles, stretching into the hips there. Lovely work. We'll work through about 5 more each side. Such a nice one. And again, you can sort of stop and linger in it if that feels good for your hips. And then a way to adapt this even more is to bring your feet out into a butterfly shape. And then as your feet find butterfly, you can sort of have them out like a diamond ahead of you. Again, if you need to support the knees with this one, you can place pillows under the knees or a bolster underneath your knees. And then you're again placing one hand on the left knee and sort of leaning across to the right, getting that nice big stretch into the left hip and all around the pelvis and sacrum there, sort of opening up that left side to lean across. And we'll just hold this one for a little bit. If you are further along in your pregnancy, we do tend to hold relaxin in our bodies, which is a hormone that helps to relax the pelvis and muscles surrounding and ligaments for preparation of birth. So we'll be mindful of that within our stretches today, but this area is actually quite a good area to start to open up, that a lot of women tend to carry tension. And if your baby is breech, like my baby currently is, it's actually a really good sort of stretch to start to create space in the sacrum area and pelvis. So baby can start to move his head, her head down and get ready for birth. Just feels really good too. Okay, so swapping sides. So you'll place your right hand on the right knee, maintaining that sort of butterfly shape and just leaning across to the left. And maintaining that nice full breath, finding that gentle opening. Such a good one. And after about 3 more deep breaths there, holding that sort of yin-like stretch, we're going to bring it forward into a forward folding butterfly. So hinging forward from your hips, you can take your elbows to your knees, allowing sort of openness through the chest, openness through the belly, so baby's got space. And then just hinging forward. This one's really nice, again, if you carry that tension in the lower back. A lot of lower back stuff can come up in pregnancy, so just breathing and relaxing, surrendering your body forward. This is a water element pose, so it's known to help release fear from the body, release tension from the lower back and hips. A theme that's been quite present for me throughout my journey through pregnancy has been to surrender, to let go, to surrender to the process and to release fears that have been popping up along the way. And letting go of fears doesn't mean that you don't have the fears per se. It's more that you're witnessing those fears as they arise. You're really moving through them and beyond them, and then allowing yourself to let them go. Let them go with love, and trust that everything is happening for a reason, and trust that you're safe in this experience, and trusting in the magic and the beauty of this experience that you're journeying through. With every breath, breathing in love, breathing in gratitude, and with every exhalation, letting go. Letting go of fears, letting go of doubts, letting go of tension physically in your body, letting go of stress, whatever it is you're carrying or harboring. Just breathing into that tension and let it go. Relaxing your face, relaxing your jaw, relaxing the back of the neck. And then slowly rising out of that fold if you haven't already. Alright, so just starting to widen your legs, and we're going to keep our knees bent, and we'll just do these just gentle openings. So you want to have your legs wide enough now that baby's got room there in the middle. And you can take your hands behind you and sort of lean back. And then with your knees nice and wide, feet a bit wider than hip distance, you're just going to take the knees over to the right. So this internal and external rotation is going to happen. When knees just fold over, sort of like falling dominoes over to the right side. Back through center, and then the knees will just fall across to the left side. So internal, external rotation. Again, it's creating that nice gentle opening for your hips, your pelvis. Deep breath in and long breaths out. Taking this one as fast or as slow as you feel comfortable to go with it. Can be a nice one to linger with the stretches a little, or just move sort of with your breath at that faster rhythm. Relaxing your face, maybe even letting your eyes close down. Working through about a cycle of 5 more deep breaths. And coming to your last couple of breaths, last few movements through the hips there. Lovely. Coming back through center. And then we'll widen our legs even more. So you're in this sort of big dragonfly pose. We know it as in yin. Again, nice and wide, so belly's got space, baby's got space. And then just sort of hinging forward. Doesn't have to be a big forward fold. And again, if you've got a big bump, you're not going to have the space to fold too heavily or crazily. And just hinging forward for a moment, allowing for that release in the hamstrings, backs of the legs. You might be sort of experiencing tension in your calves as your body takes more load on the front with this big growing belly. Getting cramps in the back of your calf muscles at night is quite common. So this is a really lovely stretch to just open up the hamstrings, open up any tension that you've been carrying there in your calves, because as we start to take more load on the front of our bodies, it's only natural that the posterior chain is going to carry more tension as your balance points shift within your body. So really great to be opening up the back line of our bodies as much as we can. Things you can try for that cramping, some magnesium oils or magnesium sprays to help if you tend to wake up with the night cramps. And again, just taking about 3 more deep breaths in this stretch, keeping those feet nice and relaxed rather than flexing too much and activating the backs of the legs. We just want to soften into it. And then slowly easing your way out. So bringing your legs back together. Now we'll just start to move onto all fours. And again, if you need to place some cushions under your knees or a blanket, go for it. Feet are hip distance apart now. Knees are hip distance apart, hands under shoulders, preparing for a gentle cat-cow. So breathing in completely. And then exhale, releasing. Breathing in, doming out the upper back, arching the back like a cat. And then exhale, releasing the other way, releasing the pelvis, releasing the lower back, dipping the hips forward as you open up the chest and heart space, looking up. And then exhale, shoulders dome out like you're releasing any tension, any stagnant energy that you've been carrying in neck, shoulders, face, jaw. Whether that be physical tension, whether that be emotional tension, stress, worries, baggage, whatever's there. Big breaths in and out. So just working through this sort of traditional cat-cow experience for a little longer. So in as the heart space opens up. Exhale as those shoulders dome out, releasing. Grounding through the fingertips. And then just again, like we started, you're going to move into these sort of hip circles. So circling around into your hips, forward, up into the shoulders. Nice big circular rotations in your cat-cow. Beginning in that clockwise direction. Taking a few rounds of breath, keeping the belly nice and soft and relaxed as you circle. And then just starting to move anti-clockwise. Taking about 5 more deep breaths as you circle around. Again, allowing your intuition to lead the way. If there's those spots or pockets of tension, just allowing your body to move into those little spaces to open up this lower region of your body. And then we'll rise up now into a wide-legged downward facing dog. So feet start hip distance apart here on your knees, and you're going to lift your knees up off the earth, ground into your fingertips, and then just actively fold your chest back. If you need to create more space for baby, just widen your feet even more. You might turn the toes in, turn the heels out a little, and make sure that those heels are lifted off the mat to start. And you can really bend into your knees now. We don't want to force ourselves into the deepest stretch, so allow the knees to bend, the heels to lift, feet can be a little wider, toes turned in. And then just actively folding your chest back through towards your thighs as you open things up. And you might enjoy a bit of a pedal or a jog through your feet there. So pressing the right heel down as left knee bends. And then alternating side to side. We'll take about 5 big breaths as we hold our downward facing dog, whether you want to hold still and steady or otherwise just allowing for that gentle jogging movement. Chin to the chest, folding the chest back to face the growing belly. And taking breath in, and then just grounding your knees slowly back to the earth, and then just coming back down to a seated position for a moment. If you need a drink of water, now's a lovely time to take that opportunity to just take a moment. Really allowing yourself to go easy with this practice today. Coming back to a cross-legged position. And then from here, we're going to move into a kneeling Caesar position. So again, you can stagger yourself over a bolster or pillow with this one, or just in that kneeling Caesar, sort of just coming down, grounding your body, and just starting to stretch open the front of the legs, front of the thighs. It can be nice to just have your hands sort of just grounded on your thighs, or you can work in an eagle arm just to open up the shoulders and upper back. So eagle arm, you're going to hook your right elbow over the left and then catching the left wrist, or sort of reaching towards it with your right hand, lifting your elbows up while drawing the shoulders back and down. And then you can sort of just nestle the head in, relaxing forward, or otherwise sit nice and open and stoic in that stretch. And taking about 5 more deep breaths on this side with the eagle arms. And then releasing that side on the next exhalation. This time you'll take the left elbow onto the right, and then see if you can catch the left wrist with your right hand, lifting up through the elbows, down through the shoulder blades. Closing your eyes, maintaining the breath. And in this side, you might like to maintain the kneeling Caesar position, or to make it even stronger, you can come to a toe stand, so tucking the toes under and sinking back so that your bottom sort of sinks back and rests upon the backs of your heels, and you'll feel quite an opening through the feet themselves, the ankles, toes. And we'll stay here for 5 more big breaths. Last couple of breaths. Big breath in and out. Stand, you might settle back into a Caesar with or without your bolster, or just find a cross-legged shape again. And starting to move through some neck circles. So in your comfortable seat, just dropping your head forward, circling over to the left, big circular movements, opening up the back, in front of the neck. Moving over to the right side, big circles, circling left to right. Nice and slow. Keeping those shoulders relaxed as you go. As you circle in that direction, just closing the eyes down. And starting to circle the other way, big breaths in and out. Taking about 5 deep, slow breaths as you move through these neck circles. Last couple of breaths on this side. Drawing your head back through center as you come to completion. Moving into Malasana, a yogi squat. Now this is an excellent position to be getting your hips ready for labor and birth. So starting to come into that position where your feet are about hip distance apart, knees are bent, but give yourself enough space, so nice wide. If you even want to widen your feet, sort of turn the toes out a little bit. Doing so. Big breath in and out. So you can bring your hands to prayer at your heart space with this one, or have the hands sort of sitting upon the knees. And we're going to hold this for a little while, grounding through the big toes, working the spleen meridian, which is connected to that sort of mothering energy within us. The nurturing energy of the stomach and spleen is grounded down and connected with our big toes, and it helps us to feel connected to the earth element, to the earth below us, to Mother Earth, to the nurturing energy of Mother Earth, the energy of a mother that is grounded, that is present, that is solid, that is like a mountain in its nature, supportive, loving, giving, connecting to that mothering energy that is beginning to move and work and flow through your being as you perhaps make this transition from maiden to mother, if it is your first baby, or maybe that mothering energy has been with you for a while. Maybe you've already begun that transformation with other babies, and you're here to amplify it even more as you go through another pregnancy experience. Grounding down, really connecting that energy down through the big toes, breathing up into your belly, keeping your heart, chest open, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your face and jaw. There's said to be a connection between the muscles of our jaw and the muscles of our pelvis and hips, so keeping that face relaxed, letting that tension leave your body. Noticing this big, strong opening that's occurring down at your hips and legs, how strong, powerful your legs are, and just how strong and powerful you are as a woman. Those powerful energies, the energy of mother, force of nature, force to be reckoned with. Gaskin says, squatting every day is an excellent thing to be doing in preparing for birth. I think she actually recommends doing 200 squats a day, which is quite excessive. Alright, we'll slowly move out of this big squat, and we're going to actually come into a bigger version and widen our legs, coming to a sort of standing position, come down into this big goddess pose. So widening those feet, and then again squatting down as low as you can go. Really feel the power in your legs. Ground those big toes down. Get as low as you can go. We're going to hold it. See if we can hold it for 10 breaths. This is a really good, powerful move for your legs. Preparation of labor. Big breath in and out. See if you can drop a little deeper. Big breath in and out. And breathing in. We'll stay here for about 5 more big breaths, working those legs. Know it's strong. Last 3, big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. Last 2, big breath. Okay, rising out of that goddess pose, and we're going to turn our toes in now and come to a wide-legged forward fold, hinging forward from your hips, catching either the earth or your elbows, bending your knees, and again stretching the backs of your hamstrings as much as you can. Allowing for that sort of inversion that's opening up with your Head down low. Creating space in that lower pelvis for baby to move. Allowing it to be a bit more roomy in there for him or her. Deep breaths in and out. Okay, slowly coming back up to stand, bending the knees as you rise back up. And then we'll make our way back down onto the mat. So from here, you've got back on all fours, and we're going to do this movement known as hug the baby. So hugging, tightening, contracting your core, and sort of hugging everything in while you're on all fours, and then release the belly. We'll do that 5 times. So tighten, contract your core, hug everything in, and release the belly. 3 more, big breath. Tightening, contract, hold everything in, hugging the baby, and release. 2 more, big, tightening, contraction, hugging, hugging, hugging. Releasing 1 more round. And slowly rolling back. Okay, we're coming towards the completion of this practice today. So finding your seated position again. Taking big breaths. Closing your eyes down. Relaxing your hands back onto your knees, or one to your belly, one to your heart. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in love. Breathing in gratitude. Breathing in joy. Back in with the energy of your heart. This beautiful energy that radiates within you and around you, the energy of your individual imprint here on earth, your individual soul. You might visualize a color that represents your energy, your soul, your spirit. Allowing your own energy to radiate within you and all around you. This beautiful divine energy that is you in your pure essence. And connecting with your baby's energy, their divine soul, their divine imprint or essence. Sending love from your heart to their heart. Letting them know just how loved they are. You might notice the color of their individual energy or imprint, their spirit. And a practice that I've been doing is I imagine white light radiating around my baby, protecting their energy and their spirit with this beautiful, healing, tranquil, white light. And letting that white light sort of radiate out and around and beyond their spirit, beyond their body, just outside of your body perhaps. And then connecting in with your energy once more, connecting in with that color that might resonate with you. I like to imagine a golden and rose quartz, pink, sparkling light, and I surround myself with that energy. So baby surrounded by this pure white, pure essence, protection. And I'm in my pure light, golden, radiant, heart-focused Anahata heart chakra, golden and pink light. And then we move out again, even wider, out into the ether. And I surround us both with a turquoise light, the color of the ocean on a sunny day. Pure, tranquil, healing qualities of the ocean surrounding that blue turquoise light around us and beyond us, out into the ether, out into the universe. This calming, beautiful energy. The color of aquamarine, or any color that resonates for you, and just allowing that aura to surround you both. And allow yourself to feel connected to this beautiful healing energy, to this beautiful light, where you know that you're both protected, you're both loved, and that you're connected to this nurturing, beautiful healing energy of the universe. At any moment you need it, you can feel surrounded by that loving embrace, this loving energy. And just taking your last few big breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Now you're more than welcome to finish the practice there and just slowly find your way out, maybe into a Shavasana position now, and just lay on your back if you're comfortable to do so, or you might just roll over onto your side. Just rest there, supported by some pillows, and just let yourself be in this beautiful energy. And if that's the case, you might like to turn the video off now and just rest for as long as you can give yourself, or go find some beautiful oils douse yourself in those beautiful oils. Allow yourself to take that opportunity for self-care today. You might go for a beautiful walk in nature. You might like to connect with an animal that you love, a dog or a cat. You might like to give yourself a nice beautiful bath, or book yourself in for Reiki or a massage or acupuncture. Just really allowing that nurturing energy to flow within your life, and allow yourself to be loved and to be nurtured as well throughout this time.